मेरे भारतवर्ष के भाइयों एवं बहनों, माताओं एवं बुजुर्गों तथा मेरे नन्हे मुन्ने नौनिहालों, मैं दीपक कुमार बख्शी, मुरगांव, बिहार, भारतवर्ष का रहने वाला आप सभी भारतवासियों का हृदय से हार्दिक अभिनंदन करते हैं। इस नव वर्ष के नव बिहान के शुभ बेला में माय डियर फ्रेंड, my dear brother and sister of India, my dear mother and father of India, my dear lovely children of India, I have great privilege to welcome all of you on this happy, prosperous and peaceful occasion of New Year 2024. For a great mission and vision 2047, for a developed, superpower, self-reliant, transformed, peaceful, a resilient and a lovely India. We must work along with 1.5 billion plus people of our country for a vision 2047. I wish all of you we will achieve the goal of our mission and vision 2047 for hoisting the national flag on the occasion of centenary year of independence on the 15th of August 2047 with chanting our national song Jana Gana Mana Adhinayak Jaya Hai Bharat Bhagya Vidhata. My dear friend, you know, we are moving towards a golden destination of a great mission for a vision 2047. The second independence movement of India to achieve the goal of sustainable development goal after millennium development goal promulgated by United Nations Organization along with the goal of Vision 2047 with 10 commandments. The 10 commandments of Vision 2047 are unity and integrity, agriculture and industry, science and technology, health and education, peace and tranquility, development and management, strategy and space, energy and economy, ecology and environment, and last but not least, heritage and happiness. These are our 10 commandments, 10 aims and goals of Vision 2047 to create an ecosystem for transforming India for developing India and also for a united India. To achieve the goal of Vision 2047, we must move towards a golden tomorrow along with 1.5 billion plus people of our beloved country. My dear friend, you know, the unity and integrity is must for a united and integrated nation like India. When we unite, integrate the people of our country, the people of our society, then we will achieve the goal of Vision 2047 with a great zeal and enthusiasm. We must also develop our agriculture and industrial infrastructure. You know, with green revolution in our country, after independence, we can achieve the goal of food security, water security, and health security with the production of cereals and millets to feed the people of our country. Now, we should work for a natural farming, organic farming with indigenous technology of our ancestors, of our villages. Surrounding by eco-friendly natural heritage. We must also work for industrial revolution in our country, from villages to metro cities, like village industries, like urban industries, like manufacturing of various components, like services sector, like skilled India, like a startup. We must work for the industrial growth in our country. We must work for agriculture and industrial ecosystem, for employment generation, for poverty elevation, for balance the migration, and also for the benefit of the people of India as well as mankind. My dear friend, the science and technology is one of the most prominent mission of our Vision 2047. When we developed in science, in technology, in engineering, skill, then we become superpower. We become a developed nation. The science and technology power create a natural transformation with innovation like information and communication technology, like nanoscience and technology, like modern science and technology, that is artificial intelligence, robotics, 3D printings, advanced computing, machine learning. We have to develop an infrastructure to skill our manpower for the knowledge-based society, for the knowledge-based industry, and also for the knowledge-based management and development. We must work for research and development in science and technology. My dear friend, we the people of India should also work for health and education. When we are healthy, then we are wealthy. You know, the development of health infrastructure in our country, from PSC in rural areas to cities in urban sector and metro cities like All India Institute of Medical Science, with the help of medical infrastructure and pharmaceutical infrastructure and research and development to combat severe diseases like cancer, heart disease, disease like malaria, and also pandemic like corona, etc. We must develop and manage our infrastructure in hospitals to create health and wellness centers for a healthy atmosphere, for the healthy people with mind, body and soul, for a greater mission and vision 2047. My dear friend, we must educate the people of our country, the children of our country, with the sports and value systems. We must develop infrastructure from schools in villages to college in our cities, and also particular in technical institutions like engineering and medical colleges, Indian Institute of Management, All India Institute of Medical Science, ITIs, polytechnics, and central universities, along with research and development institutions, for the ecosystem of knowledge-based society, for the development and management of our education system, to become a powerhouse of knowledge in our country, for a developed superpower, self-reliant and transformed India with a mission and vision 2047. My dear friend, peace and tranquility is one of the most important phenomena for a developed society and developed country. And not only in country, but the whole world. the peace of mind, peace of body, peace of souls, and also peace and tranquility in the society, in the country, and even in the whole world. Is very, very essential for a developed nation, for a developed society, and for a developed world. So, we must develop ecosystem of peace and tranquility, ecosystem of dialogue, not confrontation, ecosystem of peace, not war, within our country, along with our border nations. We must develop an ecosystem of friendship and brotherhood with national and international countries, world, people, with the message of truth, non-violence and peace, with the message of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, and also with the message of Satyamev Jayate. Then we will achieve the goal of Mission and Vision 2047 for a developed superpower, self-reliant and transformed India. My dear brother and sister of India, you know, the Sustainable Development Goal must be achieved by 2030 with 17 important goals. One of the main goals is sustainable infrastructure development and management for inclusive growth. We must do everything for the sustainable infrastructure development with disaster risk management, with the management of people, human resources, natural resources, with the management of water resources, human resources, with the management of our vast population of 1.5 billion plus people, to create an infrastructure to sustain the planet Earth with a mission and vision 2047. My dear friend, we must manage our policies, our planning. We must develop our execution process, transit system, a smart ecosystem in various sectors of development and management. My dear friend, the strategy and space research and development are most powerful in present scenario in our country and also in the world. we should develop an infrastructure in strategy sector. To sustain our border areas, to sustain our internal and external disturbances, to combating the phenomena of terrorism, Naxalism, to mitigate the unrest in the society and also in the country. We must do everything for a strategic infrastructure. With defense equipment, research and development, and also with greater manpower in defense sector to serve our nation, to fulfill our respect to our borders, to create a confidence in our people of India, for a developed superpower, self-reliant and transformed India with a mission and vision 2047. In the field of space research and development, we must also work for a space technology. You know, we have achieved the goal of Chandrayaan, Suryayaan, and even Gaganyaan through space research stations. We must also create an infrastructure for satellites to combat natural disasters, to create an ecosystem of early warning system, to know how for the land and water resource management through remote sensing applications. So, with the strategic sector, space technology is also very important for a developed nation. My dear brother and sister, the next mission is to develop our energy sector with economical strength. You know, fuel, fertilizer and food are sources of energy along with non-conventional energy like solar, wind, hydel projects, thermal projects, and even nuclear energy with green hydrogen system for electric vehicle mobility, for hydrogen based mobility, for pollution free environment in energy with green and clean energy for the benefit of the mankind, for the development and management of our people of country. We must also develop our economical strength with the GDP growth and per capita income for a greater mission and vision 2047. We must work for the 10 to 20% GDP growth per year, along with 10 to 20 lakhs per capita income per year in our country to achieve the goal of 10 to 30th trillion dollar economy to compete the developing nation and developed nation economy. This must be achieved by 2047 in missionary mode with the help of science and technology, with the help of modern technology, with the help of the people of India, with the help of startups, Digital India, Skill India, Make in India, and with the help of central and states governments, along with our community people, the local government like panchayat and city development, municipality, for green, clean and serene development and management in our country with the mission and vision 2047. Now, our next goal is ecology and environment. We must work for our ecological balance, our environmental balance, balance between development and environment, balance between ecology and development. To sustain the ecosystem of our nature, to sustain the planet Earth, to sustain the pollution-free environment. We must work for reforestation. We must work for save our coastal areas. We must work for preserve our water resources. We must work for protect our land resources. We must work for conserve our natural resources with skilled management. We must develop an infrastructure for eco-friendly habitation with all the necessary facilities. We must develop an infrastructure for biodiversity, wildlife preservation, and also for forest and water bodies, wetland reservation, for the ecosystem of our natural heritage. My dear friend, you know the climate change with global warming and global cooling are most dangerous phenomena for human civilization. We must also work for climate change mitigation. to preserve, conserve and protect our ecological and environmental balance in nature, both in the rural and urban areas, for the benefit of mankind and also for the benefit of the people of our country. My dear friend, the last but not least, our 10 Commandments vision are the most powerful vision for a developed superpower, self-reliant and transformed India by 2047, the centenary year of our independence. You know, heritage and happiness is our 10 commandments, 10th commandments. One of the most essential commandments. You know, India is a heritage country in the world. We must do everything to conserve, preserve and protect our natural heritage, architectural heritage, cultural heritage, both tangible and intangible. To sustain the glorious past, glorious present, and also to create the glorious future with the message of one earth, one family, and one golden future. We must proud of our culture and civilization. We must proud of our message of truth, non-violence and peace. We must proud of our message of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam and Satyamev Jayate, for peace and tranquility in the world, for the peace and tranquility in the society, and also for the peace and tranquility in our country, for a developed superpower and transformed India. We should be happy to work in a prosperous and peaceful environment. We wish a happy, prosperous, peaceful and successful life, LIFE, life for lifestyle for environment, in our family, in our society, and also in our country, for a developed nation, for a superpower nation, for a self-reliant nation, for a resilient nation, for a peaceful nation, for a strong nation, and also for a united nation. Like India, like Bharatvarsh, like our Hindustan. My dear friend, with these 10 commandments of our Vision 2047, we must move towards a golden tomorrow, along with 1.5 billion plus people of our country, to achieve the goal of a developed India, a superpower India, a self-reliant India, a transformed India, a peaceful India, and a united India. We, the people of India, must work together, live together, eat together, move together, discuss together and decide together for a greater nation, for the greater happiness and wellness, for the unity among diversity in our society, for the peaceful environment in our country, for the sustainable development and inclusive growth, for the benefit of the mankind, and not only mankind, for the benefit of the animals, plants and flora and fauna, to sustain the Mother Earth in greater cosmos. My dear friend, we will win one day. We will achieve the goal of Vision 2047 by centenary year of our independence, when we will hoist our national flag on the occasion of 100th Independence Day on the 15th of August 2047, along with 1.5 billion plus people of our beloved country. Chanting with Jana Gana Mana Adhinayak Jaya Hai, Bharat Bhagya Vidhata. My dear friend, I wish a happy, prosperous, peaceful and successful year to all of you, to all of my brothers and sisters of our beloved country, to all of my mother and fathers of beloved country, to all of my young friends and lovely children of our beloved country. For the unity and integrity, for the agriculture and industrial development, for the science and technology innovation, for the health and education infrastructure, for the peace and tranquility in our society, for the sustainable infrastructure development and management, for the innovative strategy and space technology, for the energy development and strengthen our economy, for the highly conserved ecology and environment, and also for the heritage conservation and happiness with wellness in our society, in our mind, body, soul of our people of India, with a mission and Vision 2047 to achieve the goal of a self-reliant, developed superpower, a resilient, peaceful and a strong India. My dear friend, I wish Almighty bless us for the mission and Vision 2047 for a developed, superpowered, self-reliant and transformed India, for the benefit of the people of India, for the benefit of the people of world, with peace and tranquility to sustain the Mother Earth. Once again, I wish all the success of Mission and Vision 2047. To all of my brother and sisters and lovely children of India, भारतवर्ष, सबके हृदय में सर्वदा संवेदना का दाह हो, हमको तुम्हारी चाह हो, तुमको हमारी चाह हो। जय हिंद, जय हिंद, जय हिंद, जय हिंद। भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम। जय भारतवर्ष, जय भारत के लोग, हम भारत के लोग। जय।